I just kind of wanted to briefly talk to you guys about the realness of this journey. Good morning vlog. Today I'm starting off the vlog in the bathroom once again because today is official test day. So I am 12 days past ovulation today, and it is the official test day to go ahead and take a pregnancy test, and this will give us the most accurate reading for yes or no this month. I will tell you that I did go ahead and start testing. I've already taken 2 days of tests, so a total of 4 tests for 2 days, and all of them have been negative, so I'm not terribly hopeful for a positive right now, but I wanted to go ahead and test in case. Now this is not first morning urine. I actually woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning and had to go and totally forgot that it was test day, so it might be that this is too diluted and I have to wait until tomorrow morning, but I want to go ahead and test and see what we get. This has been the last 2 times I've tested, and like I said, I think I started a little early, so I think this is cycle day, I think maybe cycle day 8, and I think this is cycle day 9 here, so you can definitely tell, I mean, the line is definitely negative. Like there's no second guessing that. Like they're negative. So like I said, I'm not terribly hopeful, but we're gonna go ahead and test. We're gonna see what it is and just hope for the best. Got our tests. Now we just wait for 5 minutes and come back. But in other news, Tristan is back at school. I don't know if I ever followed up with the result, but it was negative, and he has been in school all week and doing fine. And we had a kind of a serious discussion about, you know, like I understand that sometimes he doesn't feel good and sometimes he wants to go to the nurse, and I told him, like, I really need you to just be a little bit more cautious about going to the nurse every time you just don't feel well, and understand that you're not just going to the nurse, you're also like saying, hey, I've got these kind of symptoms going on, which alerts them to quarantine you, and then I have to quarantine with you, and bosses are looking at me like, what's going on? So yeah, I did have that conversation with him, and he fully gets it and he understands, and he felt bad, and I didn't want him to feel bad. That wasn't my purpose to make him feel bad. I just wanted him to be aware of the situation, because as unfortunate as it is a very, very real situation. But yeah, he gets it, and he's good. I'm just gonna wait the 5 minutes and then we'll see what the test says. Okay, it's been well over 5 minutes, so let's go check, see what the test says. Like I said, I'm not gonna hold my breath, but we're gonna be positive about it. Looks like that's a negative for Pregmate and negative for Lantec. So both are showing negative, like I thought they would. I know that this month was a long shot. We wanted to give it one last try naturally, so we did. This coming month is gonna be our first IUI round. I am really, really hopeful that we will have a sticky little bean, and hopefully everything will go perfectly, and if this is meant to happen, this will happen. So at this point, there's nothing more to do except for just to wait for my period to come, and then once my period comes, I call the doctor and they start the whole process. Yeah, we'll go from there, and then keep our fingers crossed that we have a good IUI round and a little baby. So I'm gonna continue working and catch up with you guys in just a little bit. Good morning, guys. I am going to just continue the vlog from yesterday because I didn't really record much yesterday. So hi, good morning. It's new day, and I went ahead and took a couple of new tests this morning just to see, what they would be, and they were negative. So I think I'm going to stop testing because at this point it's just making me emotional about it. Like it's just kind of hurting my soul. So I think I'm gonna stop testing and just anticipate my period to come. And once it does come, though, it's supposed to come, I think, in like 2 days or 1 day or something. And once it does come, that will be my kickoff to call my fertility specialist and get this thing going. So like half of me is like super excited, and then half of me is like, that half is super emotional. I made like this video, and it was supposed to be funny, and it was like addressing my ovaries and how it's time to wake up and start working again. And I pulled out like really old videos from whenever Tristan was like a baby, and I just put them in that, and I just strung them together, and I thought it was super cute. But like I watched it and then I was like, oh no, I'm crying. And it just made me way more emotional than I thought it was going to. I had intended it to be just a funny little like positive on infertility, not like getting like emotionally, you know, hurt by it, but it ended up making me a little bit more emotional than I anticipated. So I just kind of wanted to briefly talk to you guys about the realness of this journey, because I feel like I portray a very positive outlook, and don't get me wrong, that is 100% how I feel. I feel very positively about it. I feel, you know, hopeful about it. And I don't want you to think that it's just, you know, me putting it on, because I don't, like, I want you guys to know that I'm real with this. But as much of a positive person that I am, and how much positivity I give out, there are still days and moments, and sometimes even like a week will go by that I feel so drained and I feel so empty from this journey. This journey is very difficult. And even though I am positive and I stay hopeful and I, you know, show positivity, the negative tests still affect me. And this journey is freaking hard. And it does affect me. And I want anybody to know that if you're going through this journey and you see my channel and you see how, you know, I'm smiling through everything and I'm positive with it, know that I am very positive and I'm just a generally positive person, but I'm struggling too. Today, it might be the biggest time I've struggled in a really long time. And it's so funny because like I didn't really even think that like we were gonna conceive this month. Like I was hopeful, of course. I mean, I'm hopeful every month, but for some reason just hits me harder some months than it does the other months. And this month it just hit me hard that, you know, we are another month and no baby, and sometimes it can just be so isolating to feel like this, because I feel like, wow, you're being so stupid. Like, stop crying about something that, you know, you're gonna go forward, you're gonna get the IUI, like, you know, you're doing what you need to do about it. But then at the same time, it's like, how do I stop myself from feeling like I still feel like sad? And part of it's like the sadness from having a negative test, but then the other part of it is like anxiety about everything that's about to happen, because now that this has passed and I know for sure that we didn't conceive this month, that means that there's no way that natural conception is going to happen for us. That means that no longer will it just be us in this, you know, kind of natural cycle trying our best and just, you know, now it's going to be doctor's appointments, it's going to be sonograms, and it's going to be medication, and it's going to be like medical procedures. And not that like lessens it or anything like that. It's just a completely different experience, and I'm nervous about it. I'm scared about it. I'm excited about it, but like a lot of anxiety comes with it too. Like, and even the simple fact that because we've been trying for over a year and naturally haven't conceived, our conception rate is at 3% right now, and IUI only brings it to 8%. So that's another thing that's like daunting over my head, is that, you know, we're going to be spending all this money and it's still just going to bump it up 5%. Like, it's just going to be brought up 5% to an 8% conception rate. So it's kind of heavy today. Kind of got to me a little bit, and I think looking at Tristan's baby videos, it just like sets it off sometimes. Like, sometimes I look back on it and I just like, man, I just grin ear to ear, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, he was so cute and look how big he is now, and I'm so proud. And then other times I watch those videos and I'm like heartbroken, because that might have been my only experience as a toddler mom and as a baby mom. And it's just something that I long for so bad now. And it seems like it's like impossible. So if you're going through this, if you feel like, if you're trying for baby number 1, baby number 2, 3, 4, 5, baby, I don't want you to feel alone. And I don't want you to feel like you have to put on a brave face, because this is like what I'm telling myself right now. Because sometimes you need to break, and sometimes you need to let it out, because otherwise it's gonna just boil up inside of you, and that's not healthy. You gotta let it out sometimes. So going forward though, I know that I'm about to start my period because I'm emotional. So when I do, I will just call my fertility specialist, and then we will start this crazy journey with a sonogram, I think, is the first step, and getting on Clomid. So if you have any experience with IUIs or Clomid, or I mean, I've had the sonograms before where they, you know, have to go inside, so I know what that feels like and what to expect. But I've never been on Clomid before, and I've never done my IUI process, obviously. So if you have any experience with that, I would love for you to share your experience and any tips that you might have, because I'm obviously brand new to the whole thing and I am nervous about it, and this is going to be the way of our lives for however many months. I don't know how many cycles we're going to do this. Oh, my battery's going to die. I don't know how many cycles we're going to do this because it can be a little costly, but I know that we are going to give it at least 1 try, maybe 2. So, but anyway, my battery's going to die. So I just wanted to sit down really quick with you guys and have just a heart-to-heart moment, because today is kind of a difficult day. Told you my battery was gonna die. Sorry about that. But anyway, like I was trying to say, I just wanted to sit down and just have a little heart-to-heart with you guys, and just let anybody know that's in a similar journey, just to let it out and to break once in a while, because you need to be able to call somebody, or even just cry alone in your bedroom by yourself, or maybe cry to a camera. But let it out and get it off your chest, because I know that I personally feel better whenever I just let it out a little bit. So you definitely need to. You gotta let it out. I can definitely tell that I'm about to start my period because my emotions are in charge today. So I think what I might do is take a quick little break and run up to Starbucks and get a caffeinated beverage. I might ask them to just make me something cozy, something that makes them feel nice and cozy, and maybe get a coffee cake and just kind of turn this day around, because right now I feel like a pile of mush on the floor, and that's not a productive way to spend a day. So yeah, I'm gonna give myself a moment, compose, and then I think we're gonna go to Starbucks. Cause it has been too long since I got any sleep. Yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten some time just for me. Yeah, I need some time.